In this video, I'm going to show you how to import photos into Lightroom. Just remember that importing your photos to Lightroom doesn't mean physically moving them to Lightroom. By importing photos to Lightroom, you simply establish connection between Lightroom and your photos and create an entry for the photos in the Lightroom catalog. So make sure that you are in the library module and move over to the left-hand side and click on this big button, Import. Okay, after I hit Import, Lightroom is asking me for the source of the pictures, from where I should import them. So I know that my pictures are sitting on my desktop in my Kasia Photos folder, and here I have prepared a folder with several subfolders, and I just want to import all these images into Lightroom. For the sake of this exercise, I have prepared just a small folder with around 1,500 photos. My whole folder with all my images, it will be several 100,000 photos. So now we are going to work with these images. Very important thing. Notice that at the top of this panel, we can choose if we want to copy pictures as DNG, copy, move, or add. Remember that importing your photos to Lightroom doesn't mean physically moving them into Lightroom. By importing photos to Lightroom, you simply establish a connection between Lightroom and your photos and create an entry for the photos in the Lightroom catalog. So what will happen if I select copy? If I select copy, Lightroom will create entry for all these photos into Lightroom catalog, and I will copy images from the initial location to the new location that I'm indicating for Lightroom, to a new folder, to the folder that I have created before. Photos go here. That's not the best idea, because raw files take a large amount of space on the hard drive. If I will copy my images, it will mean that I will still keep them in the original location, and I will create copy in my Photos Go Here folder. Since my aim is to work with Lightroom, I would like to move all my photo library into this folder, Photos Go Here. So I'm not going to copy images. I don't want to keep these original files here, and in the second location I want to move them. So I will select Move, which means that they will be moved from the original location to my folder Photos Go Here. Let's quickly jump into Finder. Let me just quickly explain how this operation will look like in Finder, since it's already familiar to you. So my original folder with all my original photos is placed on desktop, Kasia Photos, row to import. Here I just prepared the photos that I would like to have inside Lightroom and work on them in Lightroom. Then I have in my pictures folder, in masters photo folder, the structure that I have created. So in the Lightroom folder, there is a Lightroom catalog, and the second folder, Photos Go Here. So now the idea is to move all the photos that I have taken, either from my external hard drives or my hard drive in this Mac, to this folder, Photos Go Here. And Lightroom offers me three different options, as you remember from the top panel. Copy, move, and add. I'm not going to focus on copy as DNG since I'm shooting in RAW. NEF stands for Nikon RAW file. So copy, move, or add. Let's jump to the Finder. So what happens if I copy images? If I copy images from this location to my Photos Go Here folder, it will mean that Lightroom will keep these original files here in the desktop and will create another copy in my master photo folder, in my Photos Go Here folder. This is not the best idea, since raw files take huge amount of space, and I would very quickly run into troubles, because this folder, let's check the size of it. If I hit Command I. It has only 7 photo sessions. It has already 21 gigabytes. So the ideal option is not to copy these pictures, but to move them. So if I select Move, it will mean that Lightroom will create entry for all these pictures into Lightroom catalog, and I will physically move them from my original location into Photos Go Here folder. Having all these pictures in Photos Go Here folder will allow me to keep my structure and to work with Lightroom in a very organized way. If I would go for the third option in Lightroom, if I just go for Add, notice that the location is not available anymore, because if I go for Add, Lightroom will simply add those photos to Lightroom catalog. So if I go back to Finder, if I select Add, these pictures will remain here in my desktop. They won't be copied nor moved to a new location. Lightroom will only make entries for them into Lightroom catalog. I hope now these concepts are clear to you. So my idea, as I have already mentioned, is to start working with Lightroom and to have all these pictures available and work only from one location to save space on my hard drive. So I'm going to select Move. I have the raw folder already selected. This field is ticked. It means that all the subfolders will be included, all these photo sessions that you can see here in these folders underneath. And now in the right hand panel, Lightroom is asking me to indicate the destination folder. So I want to move photos to my Photos Go Here folder. Notice here that Lightroom has a very nice feature. It helps you to very quickly manage your images. It will create for you the structure inside your Photos Go Here folder. So I can organize my pictures either by date, by original folders, or I can put them all in one folder. However, I want them to be separate. I want to have all these people in separate folders organized by date. So Lightroom automatically recognizes date. It takes the information from the metadata, and now it will create for me 3 folders for years, 2013, 14, and 15. And inside these folders, I will have month and particular day when I have taken the photographs. So after I have shown Lightroom from which folder I want to import photos, I have shown as well destination, and I indicated which option I'm going to use. Now I'm ready to hit import. So as you remember, I had in total a bit less than 1,500 pictures. It's going to take a while, and you can see here that in this catalog all photographs, this number is changing. It's just showing progress in this progress bar of the process of importing my photos. Okay, the importing process is completed. Now I just want to show you last thing to keep those images organized in a better way. If we go to our Photos Go Here folder in the left hand side panel, we see that Lightroom created these 3 folders for 3 different years when I have taken the photos. There is nothing wrong with this, so far so good. However, if I go, for example, inside the 2015, then the structure keeps only dates. And just looking at the numbers, it's pretty hard to indicate what is inside, what are these photo sessions. So I can rename these folders very quickly, keeping the date structure, just adding the model's name or the location name, whatever is the most helpful way to make these folders recognizable. So to make it easier to work later with these folders, I'm just going to quickly rename them. So to change the name of this last folder, I'm right-clicking on it and selecting Rename, and simply after the date I'm adding underscore and name of the person photographed. Just bear in mind that it's very important to keep the date first, don't delete the date. That way you will be able to maintain this neat structure and in a very quick way access other pictures that you will be working on. Okay, so in this video we have discussed how to import your photos to Lightroom and which option offered by Lightroom is most suitable. After importing the pictures, we can rename them and start working with our photos inside Lightroom.